Hello everyone. So today I was looking at this question on the community, and this reminded me that I need to make more videos on Jira service management. Although I have a lot of videos, but I think in the last few months I have not really uh, made and showed you anything great about Jira service management. But anyways, uh, I will hopefully maybe look at JSM, and along with JSM I was also thinking of setting up like a demo or ideal JSM environment for ITSM where we will have automations and assets. Anyways, so this question, IT changes, Jira service management versus Jira software, and this is a very common question that people ask in different ways, but the answer is always same and simple. But the background or the context is actually very important. In this case, this user is saying that we are currently discussing setting up change management. So we're talking about change management here. And I believe this person is trying to get some idea on whether they should be using Jira service management only or they should consider using Jira software. And this person has also explained that they use JSM for help desk, mainly for help desk and service request incidents, and for IT teams, someone who's working on some projects or delivery or dev work, maintenance, they're using Jira software. And the question is that IT changes can be created from IT, right, or other departments. Basically, anyone can raise a request within their organization to change something. And their Jira admins, they prefer using JSM because JSM will give you a queue, and if you're providing some kind of a service to your customers, internal, external, I think JSM is great because JSM will make things super easy for you. But they're also saying that when a change is under implementation, linked issue is created or should be created. So I guess this person is trying to answer, I guess, their own question. And the idea is to separate organizational administrative tasks, therefore change in JSM, and implementation task, therefore a task in Jira software. So this is, of course, how you should be doing things. Let me give you a very simple example that most of you should be able to relate to. Let us say your website, your intranet, or some service is running slow. Let us say your website is slow and your customers are complaining that whenever they try to do something, maybe a specific part of the website is running slow, and that is actually annoying. And maybe you are receiving a couple of tickets every day in the morning time that site is slow and we are not really able to do something. And usually in these cases, you will do some first level, like usually when it comes to ITSM is actually very standard, like because I've done a lot of ITSM deployments using Jira Service Management, Jira Service Desk, even Jira, to be honest. It is quite a standard in the industry. So whenever it comes to these situations, let us say in this case, a couple of incidents are raised in the morning every day or regularly around same time, complaining about performance. Then of course you will do some initial assessment, and then you might try to resolve like a first level review, or not even review, like first level agents will try to resolve it. Then you might have second level agents. And usually if these problems occur every day or these incidents occur every day, and you have identified that, okay, this needs some investigation, so you can revert to the customer that, okay, the service is running slow, or maybe the service is now fine because we have restarted the server, but we also are going to investigate it further. So you would raise a problem ticket. Now a problem ticket is something that you would raise to do some investigation. Like you need to analyze why you're getting these incidents, and the outcome of the problem could be that maybe you need to upgrade your database for your web server, whatever application that you have. And that upgrade will, of course, it is a change and you can't really do it straight away. You will, of course, have a change management and you will, of course, first test it somewhere on a separate environment. And this change will, of course, have a release date, like some maintenance window. And if you look at the flow, you took a couple of incidents or few incidents, and then you raised a problem, and problem itself could be within the same project, JSM project, or it could be in a different project. It makes sense if you have a different team who is going to do the investigation. Maybe you're raising a problem for them or some kind of a task for them. You can call it as a problem, and customer may not need to know about the problem, right? They are just concerned about the incidents and maybe the service request where they get immediate response. And problem along with the outcome of the problem, like what will be done to resolve this problem or to not get those incidents again, or to improve the performance. You will of course do some change, and again that could be done in the separate project. So if you look at the flow, the whole flow is talking about, of course, doing something at the right stage whenever needed, and a separate team will do it, and you of course need to link these things together. Incident should be linked to a problem should be linked to a change. In the good old days of Jira service management on data center, I mean even right now data center is still there, you can automate a lot of these things. So what we used to do, we used to have those buttons, and by clicking a button you would do something. And of course using script runner, you can do a lot of wonderful things like create the links and linked issues. Even on cloud you can do a lot of these things, because using automation you can actually on transition do something. And when you are doing a transition, you can also make sure that some of the information is also copied. And when the internal teams or dev teams, they are doing something, maybe selectively some of those comments can be synced back, or maybe some of those updates, important updates, will be communicated back to the customer. Let us say on transition on a specific transition, like maybe you can have a global transition that says send this to customer on your dev projects if needed, of course. And then on that particular transition, that is of course global, you can send the same comment back to the original linked incident, and your customers can also get notified. So this is like a typical example. It is very standard, and ideally you should have like a separate project. And if you're doing some kind of a software change to resolve that particular incident or the outcome of that problem, it should be a software. I think the important part here is to make sure that tickets are linked to each other. And that is it. That is all I wanted to talk about in this video. We do have plans, by the way, to have like video courses on Jira Service Management. So if you go to training.sparksys.com, you can of course look at what courses we have. Right now, last week we went live with Jira Fundamentals, but we do have plans for mastering Jira Service Management. And of course, Jira Cloud Automation, where we will of course talk about these things. All right, that is it. That is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you learned something new. Thank you very much. Bye bye.